Hello, everybody. I think we're live now, and I'm going to recline here for the time being. Hang on. And I am Jay Real, and it is December 14th, 2025. And it's been a while since I've done a show in the evening. And usually, if I'm going to do an evening show, it's going to be around 7 o'clock my time, Central Time. But it's 5 o'clock my time today because I don't really have a topic so much. I got some things to talk about, but not so much of a topic, movie related or anything. Not really. Anything can pop up. I don't know if I'm going to have a guest. I sent Kathy the link to her email. Kathy, if you're watching, I sent the link to join me on your email or in your email if you decide to join me. But anyway, there's a couple of things I've got some Temu stuff. It's nothing exciting, but I've got some Temu stuff I can show off. And some good news, at least for me. Because, well, first of all, like I say, it's December 14th. The weather's been mild in the 50s, low to mid 50s. But Saturday, hang on, got someone speaking. Hey Blair, what's up, Jay? Watch the Women in the Yard trailer. I haven't heard of this. Women in the Yard trailer. Huh. Okay, I'll have to look for that. I've never even heard of that. But anyway, it's supposed to be get steadily warmer in the next few days. I think Friday's supposed to be close to 70 degrees here. And then the bottom's going to drop out once again. Because that's how Texas does. It's 80 degrees one day and it's 20 degrees the next. And we're getting another Arctic front coming in Saturday. Saturday's supposed to be like in the low 50s, but then Sunday through pretty much most of next week is going to be in the 40s. Monday and Tuesday, I don't think it's supposed to get out of the 30s. And there's a possibility Monday and Tuesday we may get some sleet and snow. So it's like a 30% chance right now. They're unsure about that, but it's at least a chance. But it's going to be cold. For us, it's going to be cold. So it means I got to crank up my propane and, hopefully except for Monday and Tuesday, it's not going to be so bad that I can't go outside because I'm really hyperactive. I can't hardly stand to be inside the house during the day. Hang on. And Acres, hey, Acres. Hello and thanks. Hey, Acres. So anyway, I will hopefully endure because I don't like the cold. I can stand 100-degree weather, but I don't like the cold. But I'll still try to endure because, like I say, I can't stand to be inside the house. I like to be active. I like to be doing things. I get a lot of, I walk a lot and I do like chin ups and push ups and stuff. I exercise. A lot of that is just to burn off energy. But yeah, we've got a big Arctic blast for us. Now, I know there's people that might be watching this going, come on, Jay, you don't know cold. It's, 10 below zero here, But for us, it's going to be cold. For Texas, it's going to be cold. So, yeah. But anyway, and about my, hang on, someone said something. Sam Crow. Hey, Sam Crow. Hi, Jay. Says, hey, Sam Crow. How you doing, sir? Oh, we're getting a little group in here. That's nice. At 5 o'clock on the Tuesday afternoon. At time 5 o'clock my time. Might be 6 o'clock your time. But anyway. Okay. So here's the thing. I should start off by saying I am a severe hypochondriac. I get an itch and I think it's terminal cancer. It's gotten worse as I gotten older. I'm getting, because the other thing, well, the older you get, the more chances you have of catching this or that. So I get more paranoid that I'm going to get something terrible. And about this time every year, I get annual lab work, blood work. I give a lot of blood, 3 or 4 capsules of it, or whatever tubes that they put it in, and they check my thyroid, my hemoglobin, my blood sugar, all this stuff. They check it's lab work. And my biggest concern usually is my prostate. Now, I'm having no pain or nothing like that, but I'm a male, and so that's what I worry the most about is the prostate. Oh God, because I know someone personally that got prostate cancer, went through the laser surgery and all that, dealing with that. He's doing good now. But anyway, that's always been it still is my biggest fear, prostate cancer. Because there's all kinds of cancers you can get, but prostate, oh God, I worry about prostate cancer. So I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I rode a transit bus up there. I don't drive, and I didn't want to bug neighbors, so I rode the transit bus up to the appointment. And so the doctor saw me, Dr. Tim Allen, like the comedian, that's his name, Tim Allen. And so he comes in, Jay, what's up? I said, well, I think it's time for my lab work, annual lab work. He said, yeah, we'll set that up. But I said, would you give me a prostate exam? Because that was one thing I was concerned about, just to see if everything is okay. And he said, and mind you, this is about 2:00. It's a late afternoon appointment. So any kind of lab work, I know I'm not going to find out about it that day. It's going to be the next day before I'll find out, meaning today. So anyway, I said, could you go ahead and check my prostate? Now, any males out there that have gotten a prostate exam, you know what you have to do. You gotta pull your pants and underwear down, and you gotta bend over, and they stick a finger in you, and they rotate the finger, and your prostate is supposed to be like smooth and round or something like that, Anyway, it's not a pleasant sensation having a finger stuck up, yeah. But I'm a hypochondriac, and I want to make sure everything's okay with my prostate. But anyway, he says, well, Jay, I would rather not. I don't really like to give prostate exams because here's why. They can inflame the prostate. Having a finger stuck up you can inflame the prostate, and it can cause swelling. And if it causes your prostate to swell, then we're not sure if the swelling is caused by the exam or if there's another issue that we need to look into. So I really don't like to do manual prostate exams. Let's go ahead and do lab. And the prostate for lab is called PSA. Your PSA levels are your prostate levels. He says, we would check your thyroid because I have hypothyroidism. I take a medicine every day for thyroid because my thyroid doesn't produce enough of the enzyme or whatever the thyroids produce. And I take a simvastatin, a statin, for my heart. But that's pretty much it. I take vitamins and minerals and stuff, but that's pretty much the medicines I take. And I take a sleep medication, was taking trazodone. That he prescribed because me and my sister both had dealt with insomnia for most of our lives. And so he prescribed me trazodone, which has been doing good, but it's been kind of giving me other issues that's causing concern, no pain or anything. And I'm not going to get too personal, but it has to do with personal issues for a man, I would say. So anyway, and it's something that could be a side effect of trazodone that I take for sleep. So he says, well, let's get your lab and we'll check your PSA levels for your prostate. We'll check everything else, your thyroid and all that. Okay. So, and then their damn internet goes out. So I got to wait a good hour before I can finally give them blood for lab because their internet is out and they use internet for whatever they're doing to set up the your lab work and all that. They use the internet. Well, their internet went out, so I had to wait for the internet to come back on. And so I finally got the lab. Hang on. Has Dr. Allen seen Dawn? He has not seen Dawn. And Akers asked me thoughts on Thinner. We'll talk about Thinner in a moment, Akers, but let me finish my story here. Stephen King, based on Stephen King book. Thinner. Anyway, so I finally get in there and give blood, and it's like 3:30. So I know, well, I'm not going to find out anything today, meaning yesterday. And I'm a hypochondriac, and I'm worried. I'm worried about my prostate, and I'm worried, oh God. So, but what they do is, even though they don't, the damn clinic closes down, they send you the results through email, just like within a few hours. And said, oh God. So I've got the damn lab results as an email, and I can read my lab results, but I can't make sense of almost any of it. But there's like a flag that says out of range. And oh God, I'm going to die. Out of range means I've got cancer, And so anyway, I pulled up all the damn lab, and it's got all the, and hemoglobin and whatever. It's got all this stuff that I can't make any sense of any of it. The one thing that was out of range was something, my creatinine or something like that, and it was low. And that was what was out of range, that one thing. But everything else looked good. It was in range. And so I was like maybe a little relieved, but I didn't see PSA on there, which is the prostate. So, oh God. So I can't find out until this was last night that I'm reading all this stuff, but I can't make any sense of any out of it. So I can't actually talk to anybody at the clinic until this morning. Hang on. And Akers says, I've secured Melissa Leo for 2 movies and moved some finances into her account. She is very hard to work with or discuss movies with. She already wants to make many changes, so we shall see. Yeah, I just work for people off the street. And if they start with that wanting to mess with the movie, then I'll find somebody else. I'm very good with working with the actors and letting them like suggest dialogue changes and things. But my story is my story. And, I wrote it. I'm directing it. And you're making my movie. I will take a lot of suggestions about dialogue and things like that, but don't mess with my story. Okay, but let's get back to my lab work. And so and of course I'm frantic. I managed to get to sleep, but then I woke up this morning and I'm just a bundle of nerves, because they don't open the clinic until like 9 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up like 7 o'clock, and I'm frantic, and but I had sent a message through the lab work that I got through the email. You can send a message to the clinic. And my message was, is my PSA levels normal, meaning my prostate. So anyway, it gets to be around 9 o'clock. I called the clinic, and they're not there yet. Okay. So I come back, and I pull up my email, and I see, you've got a message from your provider. And it's, oh God, they're going to say, Jay, you've got terminal cancer or whatever. Okay. So I pull it up. I pulled up the message, and the message goes, all levels are normal. PSA levels are normal. Just a real quick message, something to that effect. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you, God. And I was like on my knees thanking the Lord. And yeah, they said all the levels are normal. PSA is normal. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And I go through this every year where I freak out, because when I'm about to get in the lab, I freak out until I find out what the results are. So then I called them. I managed to actually get the nurse Dr. Allen's nurse and asked her, can you give me specifics? And she basically told me, she goes, Jay, you're like 99% healthier than anybody that we see. You've got wonderful levels, everything. Your PSA, the prostate PSA is great. Your hemoglobin's great. Your thyroid's great. Your blood sugar's great. Your heart levels or whatever, the enzymes are great. He said, you're like healthier than someone probably half your age. You know, she was really praising the level. She goes, really, this is something like we're bragging on what your levels are. You're in fantastic shape as far as your lab work. And I go, oh, thank you. But one of the things that they were going to check was my testosterone levels, which kind of goes into an area that I don't want to discuss. I've been trying to clean myself up. I'm not going to discuss why I want my testosterone checked. But he said, I'm going to check your testosterone. But I won't find out about that until about a week. They sent that off to another lab. So we'll see. But anyway, according to my lab and the nurse and all that, I'm in tip-top shape health-wise. So, yes. So anyway, so finally I'm able to relax a little bit, even though I'm still a raving hypochondriac. Okay. Sean asked me, how long do you usually wait for a Temu order? About 2 weeks, Sean. Usually it's about 2 weeks. There was one item I got it the next day, and of all places that delivered it, it was Walmart delivered it from a Temu order. And it was a bunch of towels, like paper towels that they're kind of heavy duty shop towels that you pull out of this box, you know. Yeah. But pretty much everything else is about 2 weeks before you get your Temu stuff. It's coming from China. And yeah, you can't be in a hurry for your Temu stuff. Acre says, good luck with your health. Do you have a lot of property and do you make movies around your grounds? I've got about 1.5 acres. Yeah, sometimes I'll film some things around here, around my house. I've got about 1.5 acres. I'm out here in the country, you know. So usually I film at like another person's house or I do like, you know, if it's on the road or in a car or something like that. I film in this area. So it's usually in the Mahia area, Groesbeck area, you know, close by. I filmed in Teague with my last film. But usually it's pretty local where I film. Okay. Blair asked, Jay, what happened to the bait shop that you used to film some of your YouTube videos back in the day? That's still, I think you're talking about my father's old sporting goods store. It's still there. We used to film Chester Grimm in there. It's still there. It's mainly a storage building. I got the roof repaired over the summer, you know, got some repairs made for that. But it's still there. It was my dad's old sporting goods store and bait shop and such. Yeah, but yeah, it's still standing. Acres asked, I'd like to make some custom locations and find some painters and carpenters to make some sets or find some places to film. You're getting fancy for me, Acres. You're talking fancy. And when you're talking about, you know, building sets and things like that, yeah, you're getting. I'm very, very. I'm really no budget. You know, I hardly spend any money on my films, and but we'll talk. You know, if you want to kind of, you know, build things, do things a little more, you know, with a bigger budget or things like that, I'm willing to talk about it, but I have no money. So, and Blair says, speaking of Chester Grimm, you said he may return. Yeah, you know, Blair, I did those shows with Ray, and I'm not really friends much with Ray anymore. We're not enemies, but we're not really friends anymore. And he was a big reason why Chester Grimm was so good and so funny. He wrote most of them. He directed most of them. You know, I participated in some writing. I directed a few of them. but he was really the main driving force of Chester Grimm as far as production, the writing of them, directing of them, and stuff. And he's the reason why I still think they're really funny and they're really enjoyable. But we really don't do things together anymore like that. So, yeah, there's a possibility I may do something just like here, dress up as Chester Grimm and may do a little something. I got to get in that damn makeup though. And that I don't like that, that heavy white makeup and stuff. But it's a possibility. But that's the reason why I'm not doing Chester anymore. It's because, like I say, Ray and I don't do things together anymore. And he's a big reason why Chester Grimm was the show that it was. But okay, let me catch up here. So anyway, health-wise, I'm apparently doing pretty good. They were really bragging on me there at the clinic. So, and hopefully I can relax a little bit. We'll see if I can relax. I've been prescribed a new sleep medication because the trazodone was causing a side effect. Like I say, I'm not going to get into it, what the side effect was, but I just got it today, so I haven't tried it yet, the new sleep medication. Yeah. So hopefully things are good, except for it going to get cold. And dealing with that again, dealing with the cold. The thing is, propane's expensive. It's like, $300 for 100 gallons of it. And I'm doing pretty good on propane. I got pretty good levels of propane right now. But I'm going to have to crank that up, through this cold spell. So, because I just have a propane heater here and I've got an electric heater here, a ceramic heater. And that's what I've got as far as heaters in this house. And I don't have central air or heat or anything. So hopefully we're doing good there. And I guess I can go ahead and show off my Temu stuff. So hang on. Oh, goodness. I think first, let me show you what I take every day. And that maybe you would want to take my advice on this. And Akers says, favorite kills in the Final Destination movies. I don't know if I know favorite kills. I can't remember really specifics. I really enjoy those Final Destination films. But my favorite scene is Final Destination 2, the log truck, and that whole accident with the log truck. That still looks amazing. And the log going through the windshield and going through the head. That's probably my favorite kill. But anyway, that log truck, that whole segment is just still looks great. And Akers says, "I'll knit you a new blanket. It might take some time." Well, thank you, Akers. Yeah, I'll make you a Jaws one. It might take. Oh yeah. And speaking of Jaws, I got some Jaws related things in my Temu stuff, I believe. But let me show you something here. As far as health, something to, this is my daily supplements. I call this my cocktail. And I take 4 tablets with my first meal of the day. Usually it's lunch, I don't always eat lunch. Sometimes I don't eat until the evening, But my first meal of the day, I take what I call my cocktail. And my cocktail is 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, a 1 daily vitamin. This is men's 1 daily vitamin. Yeah, it's got a different, multivitamin. 50 milligrams of zinc. Now, vitamin C and zinc are kind of antioxidants. This will help you combat colds and the flu and COVID and stuff. But get your vaccines now. I got my COVID and flu vaccine the same day. I don't know if there's any anti-vaxxers out there, but I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I want all the vaccines. Give them out, just give me all the vaccines. But yeah, I got COVID and in September, I got the COVID and flu vaccine same day. And I asked if there was like a booster. Then they said, well, no, that you're updated on the one you got in September, but about COVID. But anyway, okay. So anyway, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, 50 milligrams of zinc, a multivitamin, and acidophilus. This will help you poop. Yeah, acidophilus. It's a 10 billion active cultures. It's a probiotic. So yeah. So get you these 4 things and take them with your first meal of the day. And you'll be a Superman. So, yeah. And, hey, according to my doctor's nurse, I'm healthier than 99% of the people they see. So, there you go. Take my cocktail. But anyway, okay, so Temu stuff. All right, let's tear into these papers. All right. And first thing, because during the summertime, I bought these shoes that you slide your feet into. They're called slides. They're kind of like sandals, but you just slide your feet in them, And I bought like a dozen pairs during the summer, something like that. I bought a bunch of them. But now that it's wintertime, I want to wear shoes with socks. But I don't want to mess with strings and all that. All these have strings. But anyway, the shoes. Anyway, shoes. So there you go. Shoes. And I think I'm 9.5. That's my size, 9.5. So shoes. But most of the shoes I've been getting are just slip on. You just slip into them. Yeah. Those were pretty cheap. So, okay. This, hang on. Acre says I made a short film and conceptual poster yesterday called F Typist. My new secretary is graded an F and scheduled for firing. She changed the workers under her desk and types F all day and the F key. And on the typewriter is linked to these knives that stab the worker. Interesting, Acres. But anyway, back to Temu. And I've got another package of these. I've been using the heck out of these. And it's basically Temu's version of magic erasers. Those Mr. Clean magic erasers. And they give you a shit ton of them for like $4 or $5. And I don't know how many. Let's see. So it's 20 of them, I think, of these magic erasers. Temu's version of magic erasers. And you could use one over and over again, So these will last probably. I probably got 2 years worth of these things. But yeah, and they work real good and getting away stains and stuff, But yeah, Temu's version of the magic eraser. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. Great items that were shipped. That is great for you. Yeah. And speaking of great items, if you watch my shows, my favorite movie is Jaws. That's the movie I've seen the most. I will sometimes watch Jaws 3 or 4 times a year. It's my comfort film. That and John Carpenter's The Thing. I call those comfort films. And I could just put those on any day and watch them any day. And Jaws it's my favorite film. It's not the greatest film ever made. No, there are greater films. I watched the Schindler's List a few days ago. That's probably Spielberg's best film, but my favorite film of Spielberg is Jaws. And these are Jaws towels, like kitchen towels. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Kitchen towels. Jaws towels. And I use towels a lot. And now I could use the Jaws. I'm going to use the Jaws towels. Yeah, very cool. Jaws towels. And, okay. Now those shoes I showed you before are kind of, I wouldn't say they're flimsy, but they're kind of, they're not the best quality. But these feel really nice. And these are another pair of shoes. Slip-on shoes. Hang on. Let me make sure that this is. Hang on. Losing stuff here. Hang on. All right. And some Velcro. It's got a Velcro thing. Okay. And yeah. Good. Close this up. Yeah. There you go. Nice. Really comfortable. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Shoes. And like I say, I'm 9.5. Okay. And let's see. Do we have any more comments here? Let's see. Acre says also she cooks metal into the cupcakes and poisons the workers. She is a millennial and doesn't like the workplace. Interesting. You've got some interesting ideas. Is Naked Gun a comfort movie for you? I guess kind of. I really like the Naked Gun films. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess you could kind of call them comfort films. It's not ones I watch real often, but I think they're really funny. But yeah. I guess you'd call them comfort films. Great towels. Use the non-logo side when using them to keep the logo intact. Good idea. Acres. Would you rather see a movie about origin of Velcro, hair dryers, Slinky, Rubik's Cube, or pointillism? I'm going to go Rubik's Cube. Yeah. And you should sell Dead Pit Texas chapter T-shirts. I don't know. I'll talk to Wes about that. It's a good idea. Blair. Okay. We're still diving into the Temu stuff and wintertime. And Temu's been having a real good sales for me. If you're a frequent shopper of Temu, you get some good deals and things that you can participate in. And what I've been getting is if you spend $30, you get 4 things free. And they usually get some pretty good, nice things that you can pick out for free. And it's called a daily free. You get 1 item shipped each day. And, it's been often that the free items I've gotten have added up to as much or more than the stuff I paid for. So, really good deal. But anyway, here is a hat. And it's got kind of I don't know if you call it a fur lining, but it's got a lining. It's got some fur there on the bill and on the back here. And it's got kind of a insulated lining here. But it's it's not the most attractive hat in the world, but for wintertime, keep your head warm. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's kind of a winter hat. Like I wouldn't be wearing it for to look attractive, but yeah. But yeah, hat. And I think this is one of the free things I got in in this package. And the magic erasers were free. Uh, one of the free items. And I believe we have a theme here because here is another towel, but this is a bath towel. And I don't know if I can get back far enough to show it to you. Oh, goodness. Yeah, kind of a bath towel. And guess what it is? Hang on. Not showing it right. Hang on. Oh, goodness. Okay. I can't show it all, but you know what it is. But anyway, yeah. There we go. That's my towel. Bath towel. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Yeah. Bath towel. Yeah. Jaws bath towel. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, what else we got here? Ooh, ooh. I think this was something else I got for free. And sweatpants. A pair of sweatpants. And it's got a nice, not really fur lining, but it's got a nice lining to keep you warm. And I've been buying quite a bit. I've been buying winter stuff, winter clothes. Because, like I said, we got a cold snap coming in soon. And I got me another pair of sweatpants. Yeah, sweatpants. Woo! These feel like they're going to be really warm, too. Really nice. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're starting to wind down, get close to winding down. And this is kind of a small package, but I've been using a lot of them. They're little towels. Let me get one. They're cloth, little cloth towels, and they're really strong. I don't even like to tear it. It's really strong. But I've been using these to clean my glasses, to clean, my Kindle, things like that. Really soft, and yeah. So they're little towels, little hand towels. Yeah. I've been using the heck out of those. So I always like to keep a good supply of those. So do you earn points for every dollar you spend and get free stuff? I don't know if you earn points so much, but the more you buy from Temu, the more you will get deals. They'll give you deals, like getting you spend $30, you get 4 items. You can pick 4 items out. And the recent order I got 6 items for $30. Now, the stuff wasn't as expensive as other things that I've got, kind of like, the around the $6-7 range instead of or $4 or $5 range, things like that. But I got 6 items that added up probably $25-30 themselves. But yeah, the more you buy from Temu, the more they'll give you deals like that. And also, there's something called Temu Circle, and it's like $3 a month, and I pay for it. You get some extra things. You get 2 items for free every month. Now, it ain't real expensive stuff. It's just like $4 or $5 things. but you get 2 free things a month. You get discounts, things like that. Temu Circle. It's kind of like, Amazon Prime. It's kind of like Amazon Prime for Temu. Temu Circle. And it's like $3 a month. So I get that. Okay. And the last thing I showed was the sweatpants. Now, the last thing I'm going to show, I need to kind of set this up. Okay, we're all adults here, and like I say, I'm not going to show anything really. I'm not going to show anything really graphic or anything. It's not going to be that shocking, but I want to set this up. Now, during the summertime, we get crazy. Texas gets crazy summers. It's not unusual to have a day or two during the summer that's like 110 degrees or something, and it's certainly not unusual to go 2 or 3 months at a time that it's like 100 degrees every single day, 100 degrees or higher, 100, 101, 102 degrees. So during that time of the year, I walk around here usually without a shirt, which is not unusual. People in Texas, guys in Texas will walk around without a shirt. I'm not trying to impress anyone. I've been building myself up a little bit, but I'm certainly not trying to impress anybody. It's just so damn hot. I'm trying to have a little bit of comfort, so I'll walk around outside without a shirt and wearing shorts, and the slides, and wearing as little as I can get away with. Well, I was having issues with it because it's so damn hot in the underwear area, being really uncomfortable because I'm wearing just regular boxer briefs and sweating and just being sticky and just feeling awful. So I wondered, first thing I tried one day, I just ain't gonna wear any underwear. No. So I just put this dress, got into shorts. Well, no, that didn't work out too well. I don't have a whole lot to be flopping around, but what little I did have was flopping around and just, no, this isn't working. I got to have something. I got to have something holding my junk in place. So once again, I go to Temu and I'm looking and seeing what do they have as far as underwear. Well, okay. They've got a style of underwear that I guess you would say is for like, if you're going to have some playtime with your significant other, it's supposed to be like sexy underwear, like a thong-like underwear. And at first I go, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. But then I thought, well, no one's going to see it. I'm going to be covering myself up. But maybe this will be a lot more comfortable than those boxer briefs where I'm just sweating like a pig. So I went ahead and bought a couple of pair of these sexy underwear, which, by the way, when I'm wearing these things, I'm as far away from sexy as you can get. Remember Ernest Borgnine? I bet he looks sexier than I look in these things. It ain't about the looks. It's about the comfort. So having said that, I'll show you a pair of these underwears because I got some more. I think there's like 4 or 5 in here. And okay, here they go. Here's the front of them. And it holds things in place, but in the back, there's nothing. So for the past 4 or 5 months, I've been walking around. Everything's held in place up front, but out back, I'm as free as a bird. I'm like I came into this world. Nothing back there. Nothing. There's nothing behind. So I've been walking around basically bare-butted for the past 4 or 5 months. And it's very comfortable. I'll say that. At first it was kind of like, oh God, can I get used to this? Well, I got used to it because it being so damn hot. And now this is the kind of underwear I wear all the time. It's comfortable, even in the wintertime. It's comfortable. I feel free. I feel unencumbered. And it's, yeah. So there you go. I'm not trying to look sexy because I don't look sexy in these things. But it's purely for comfort. So I think there's 5 pair of these damn things in here. And that's the kind of underwear I wear now, is this kind of underwear. So there you go. You've learned something about me that you probably maybe didn't want to know, but you know it now. That up front, things are held in place, but out back, there's nothing. I'm as I came into this world. So there you go. I like sandals, Acres, but I've been wearing these slides where I don't think I have, do I have a pair in here? I don't think I have a pair. I think I took them all out to the storage building. But you just slide your feet into them. They're kind of like sandals, but you slide your bare feet into them. Do you have commentaries for your short films? Also, do you have all your movies on YouTube? I've got 3 of my films on YouTube. Dawn Year 7, She Made a Monster, and my last film, Crystal. Those are on YouTube. If you can't find them, let me know, and I'll send you the link to them. Just check my name, J Real, and check those titles and see if you can find them that way. But if you can't, send me a message. I'll send you the links to them. And the only commentary I have is in the movie Dawn that Tempe Video put out. There's a commentary on that DVD that we did. Sean, it's like a jockstrap. Yeah, it's like a jockstrap. That's basically what it is. But it's purely for comfort. I'm not trying to. Well, I have no one to show. So, and I've shared it with you and shown you that what I've been wearing. But that's as far as I'm going to go. I promise. But yeah, purely for comfort, because, like I say, particularly during the summer, I was just miserable, just hot and sticky and I didn't think I would be able to get used to wearing these things, but I did pretty quickly get used to it. Yeah. So there you go. You've learned something about me, and but yeah, good Temu haul there. Did you see Defenseless 1991? I don't think I did. I don't think so. That title's not ringing a bell, so I don't think I saw Defenseless. But yeah, good Temu haul there. I particularly like my Jaws stuff. I got the Jaws bath towel and 2 like kitchen towels. Really nice. The graphics are really nice. Now, this Temu, like I say, being a Chinese-based company, they're probably getting away with a lot of copyright stuff that would get them in trouble if they were in the States. But you can get a lot of movie-related stuff off Temu. I've got a bunch of posters and tin signs and stuff that I've got hanging up on the wall behind the laptop here. Real cool movie-related stuff. That, like I say, in the States, there probably would be a lot of copyright infringement issues. But I guess because they're in China, they can get away with that stuff. So, but anyway, really cool. They got the Jaws towels and the Jaws bath towel and the other stuff. Yeah, cool. And yes, my underwear. Now you know what kind of underwear I wear. And like I say, it's just for the comfort. I was just miserable during the summer. I can't even hardly talk about it. But yeah, let me kind of recline here. And I won't go on too much longer since I don't have a guest today. I thought maybe Kathy might join me, but since she's not joining me, I'll go on till 6 my time at least, which is, we got about another 10 minutes. So any questions you guys have, go ahead and ask them. Any comments you might have. Hang on. I might have had a delivery. Hang on. Alexa, read notification.
1 new notification. From Amazon Shopping. Coffee variety pack has arrived.
Okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to go see if I can find it. I got some coffee. So let me go see if I got that. So you guys are going to be without me for a few moments. Be right back. Whew. Not only did I get my Amazon, but I got another Temu. Let's see what this is. I got another Temu thing. Ooh. And yes, I will tell that story here in just a moment, Blair, about how I met Dick Miller. But yeah, I got another Temu. This, it's not as heavy as I thought it might be. It's more like a long sleeve t-shirt, it feels like. But anyway, yeah, it's a shirt. Yeah. But the material is lighter than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little more like a sweatshirt. But it's more like a kind of like a heavy t-shirt material. And what is that? Like a black rose or something? Is that what that is? Yeah. But got a shirt. And from Amazon, just a moment. From Amazon, I got 2 boxes of Victor Allen's coffee pods for my coffee maker. Yeah. For my Keurig. And it's morning blend, 100% Colombian, donut shop blend, and French roast. So it's 4 flavors of coffee. Victor Allen's coffee. And there's 42 pods in a box. And I got 2 boxes. So, and I drank 2 pods in the morning. Let me close the curtain here. I drank 2 pods in the morning. And then I try to stay away from caffeine because I'm just so naturally hyperactive. I drank my morning coffee. So 42, 84? That'll give me close to nearly 2 pods. I mean, I drink 2. So 84, I'll be 42 will be over a month of coffee. Yeah. Victor Allen's. But yeah, Victor Allen's coffee. 2 boxes of it. So yeah, well, good. I have loaded down with stuff today from Temu and Amazon. And Dick Miller. Now, I was doing interviews with guests at Texas Frightmare Weekend for deadpit.com. Just something to do. I certainly wasn't getting paid for it or anything. Just something to do. I enjoyed meeting these guests, and since I was able to get the guest passes, or what do you call it when you're what do they call it? um, but passes, they give you a thing hang around your neck. Uh, what's it called? Someone tell me what it's called. Uh, anyway, I got special passes um, to talk to guests, and I would set it up ahead of time through email. I think Wes from Dead Pit would help me get in contact with some of their agents and whatever. So I forget exactly how Dick Miller was set up because that was the year my sister, I went with my sister. But I had it set up ahead of time to interview him. And I forget who I talked to. It might have been his wife, actually, that through email to set up an interview with him. And we got there in the morning. I don't know, it's like 10, 11 in the morning or something like that at Texas Frightmare Weekend. I got my room cards. And so I'm standing there getting my room cards, and I hear behind me in kind of a raspy voice, hey, am I supposed to be talking to you? And I turn around, and standing right behind me is Dick Miller. And I'm like, oh, God. And, I wasn't prepared for that. I thought, there was going to be more, I was going to find him somewhere. But he was right there behind me. Hey, I'm supposed to talk to you. And I think he had like surgery on his throat or something. So he was talking kind of a raspy voice, But I turn around, and there's Dick Miller, the coolest man in the world. He's wearing shades like I wear shades. And he's wearing shades, and it's this Dick Miller. And who's of course, he's an idol of mine. I've been watching him, since the original Little Shop of Horrors, and just Gremlins, and oh gosh, just so many movies. To actually stand there, and there's Dick Miller, and I'm like, oh yes sir, yes sir. Yeah, let me get my room card here, and just whenever you want to do that. He goes, well, we can do this anytime you want to. I'm ready when you are. Oh, cool. So me and my sister and Dick Miller and I think his wife, we found a table, and we sat down, and Kathy operated the camera and set it up, and I did the interview with Dick Miller. And then after the interview was over with, we just sat down and visited for like a good half hour. Just me and Kathy and Dick Miller and his wife just had a real nice visit, and it was so cool. Meeting him was so cool. And hang on just a minute. But yeah, that was just a thrill of a lifetime to meet Dick Miller and to talk to him and just sit and just sort of hang out with him and his wife was so cool. But just a minute. My TV is kind of acting up here. Okay. But yeah, that was so cool. And anyway, you can go to the Dead Pit YouTube page and look up my interview. Just you can just look up, I think, J Real interview, and maybe you'll find the different people I interviewed, including Dick Miller, and Ted White, and William Forsythe, and Jason Mewes. That's an amusing one with Jason Mewes, and several others. But anyway, yeah, so cool to meet Dick Miller, and that was a thrill of a lifetime, just to hang out with him and talk to him. But let's see. I try to think if there's anything else to discuss before I kind of wind this up. I was telling you about my doctor's appointment and how that turned out, and showing off my Temu stuff. And yeah, so I want to thank everyone that's hung out with me tonight. And as usual, I ask you if you would give me a thumbs up, hit that thumbs up button. That helps the algorithm or whatever you call it, helps the shows get seen. You might, kind of spread the word, let people know about the Being Real shows, the midday shows I do, stuff I do with my sister and other people. Really appreciate everyone that has supported me and supported the show, and still keep chugging away. We'll keep doing it. I definitely am still looking for someone to join me for evening shows. The shows I would usually do around 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. And usually we have a topic, like the shows I did with Noah, where we went over the top horror films, the Rotten Tomatoes horror films. I think he's still dealing with some health issues. But really, I don't like to do those shows by myself. So anyone that would join me for the evening shows like that, message me here and let me know if you would be up for it, and where I can contact information, way to contact you, email or whatever. But really would like to have someone join me for any evening shows I do, because I've got some topics. I've been talking about 80s horror films. I could continue with that. Always, look for an interesting topic to talk about for the nighttime shows. Usually it's movie related or directors or that kind of thing, but I'm open to any kind of subject. So yeah. And press pass. Yes, Blair. Thank you, Blair. And would John Goodman had made a good AI? Al Bundy. I don't know. I could kind of. I like John Goodman in just about anything, so I would have been fine with him as Al Bundy. But yes, press pass. Thank you, Blair. Yeah, that's what it is, where you can talk to the guests and stuff. Press pass. And have you been to a Texas Rangers game? I have not. I tell you, that's something that I just don't watch. I don't watch baseball. I hardly watch football. I grew up, my father was a big Dallas Cowboys fan, so I grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys. I don't really watch them much anymore, but I grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys. But I never watch baseball or basketball. I'm not really a sports fan. I'm just not. My sister is. She watches college football games and stuff, so she can talk to you about those. But I'm not really a big sports fan. But no, I don't. I've never been to a Texas Ranger game. Let's do a movie live stream. I feel comfortable with audio, with not video for now. Yeah, we'll definitely look into that, Acres. Yeah, because I really would like to have you on. If only on audio, that'd be fine. But you have such good ideas, and I wouldn't have to read so much if you could join me audio wise. Yeah. I fixed with the audio problem that occurred when I tried to join. Thanks. Well, yeah, we'll definitely look into that, Acres, because I'm really anxious to talk to you audio wise. That'd be good. But yeah, I'm 6:03 my time, so I guess I'll kind of wind this up. We did an hour, and I enjoyed this, and showing off the stuff I got and telling my little story about being a hypochondriac. And I showed off the underwear that I wear. It's like, oh God, I could have gone without knowing that. But hey, I try to be open and honest with you guys, and yeah, and it's all about comfort. And I think you should do what makes you comfortable. So there you go. But anyway, thank everybody that has tuned in today. Blair, Acres, who do we hear from? Well, let's see. Sam Crow. Yeah, if I'm missing anyone, I apologize. But thank you guys, everyone, for participating in tonight's stream. Um, and we will do this again soon. And yeah, Acres, I'm anxious to have you join me where we can actually talk on a live stream. So that would be good. Okay, guys, y'all have a great Tuesday night and take care of yourselves and stay warm and be good to one another. That's the main thing. Be good to one another because that's what we need. We all need to love each other and get along in this world. So, yeah. Okay, guys. See y'all soon. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.